And before her people come in this chat, talking about, have you watched all the videos? I'm not about to sit and watch 1,511 hours of this chick on the internet talking crazy. I have things.
So you would just rather talk about her, talk crazy about her. I've never heard her say anything about this lady. She did not talk bad about Charlie's wife. She did not talk bad about him. She really didn't say anything bad about TPUSA. She just called them out and said, okay, if I'm lying, show it, prove it. But the people who showed her the contents on those SD cards that were pulled out of the camera, they're TPUSA. The people who explained why they were doing what they were doing, why they were cleaning up so fast, why they took the cameras down so fast, they were TPUSA. Those are all conspiracy questions that were happening online. She's either proving them wrong or confirming them. This is nasty. Nasty, nasty.
To do. I have my own content to make. I'm telling you what I know as a wife.
What I know as a
no
wife.
Way I would allow my if there's no way. No. As a wife, I'd be sitting looking at you like you're crazy.
So again, she's projecting here. Something happened in a past relationship. I'm guessing, I don't know for sure. But how she's behaving is not normal. This is not normal behavior for anybody. She's mad for somebody else's wife who has not expressed anger. Why? I know as a wife, you being a wife has absolutely nothing to do with this live, period. Unless you're mixing in your past experiences or current experiences into this story. This is crazy.
Why don't you just come out and say you wish that you were Mrs. Kirk and you're mad that you weren't? So now you're out here crashing out, claiming and making assertions that are baseless and unfounded, as if
literally what she's doing.
Turning Point was really about to bring you back. That was not happening. Don't nobody over there rock with her like that. They don't. It's untrue. I'll say that.
Not only did she get reasons as to why those cameras were taken down and why the SD cards were taken off, but she got to look at the contents of the SD cards. Don't nobody rock with her. Okay.
After that video I saw today of the chemistry that Candace and Charlie had, she felt some sort of kind of way when he met Erica. And it's not a coincidence that in 2018, when he met Erica, shortly after that, Candace gets ghosted and gone from Turning Point USA. She tried to get married and just move on and figure I'm gonna build a life with the knockoff Charlie Kirk over here and do the best that I can. But I believe that she felt, and she's acting like a jilted lover who could not have what she wanted. And she feels and believes that Turning Point should be in her hands and not in Erica's hands. Like, why else would you say things like, I'm Charlie's best friend?
Knockoff of Charlie Kirk. This guy, he's in tech, he's in business, he's a theologian, he ran Parlor, he ran TPUK for Charlie Kirk, but he's a knockoff. Just complete and utter disrespect. This lady is nasty, and I don't know why. I don't understand this at all. So disrespectful. While saying somebody else is being disrespectful. She's literally making up narratives. That's why when I call this live, I was like, she's on a conspiratorial rampage talking about Candace Owens' supposed conspiracies. I believe, and she has this whole soap opera in her head, and she's giving it to her audience. And if you don't watch Candace Owens, you're going to think, man, she must really be nasty, like trying to get another woman's husband. Like
his wife say,
whew.
No, I am Charlie's best friend. Charlie told me everything. There's no aspect of this organization and how it works that I, his wife, is not privy to. And you just got to deal with the fact that I'm the queen bee and not you. I think she...
You see what she just literally made all that up. Erica said no. Like, what are you doing? She just made up a story and said it to her audience as if it were true. I don't know what Candace did to her, but woo, it was bad. It was really bad. Maybe her husband or boyfriend said he thought Candace is cute. Something happened.
Struggling with that. And it is obvious, in my opinion.
Obvious.
Did you guys see the movie The Family That Prays? It's a Tyler Perry special. I'm not a big Tyler Perry fan, but when I tell you, that was one of his good videos. There's a woman who is married to, just a regular blue collar guy. And she starts working for this company and ends up having an affair with the son of the CEO of the company. And in her fantasy mind, she just knew. She just knew she was going to be Mrs. Cartwright, right? She ended up having this man's baby, and they're having this illustrious affair. And then the wife finds out. They have this standing appointment at the Mayhew Hotel. And the wife shows up and circumvents the rendezvous that was about to happen and flat out tells, was it Erica? I don't know. But she confronts her and she's like, this is why he always got you hiding out in this hotel. You will never be Mrs. Cartwright. Leave my husband alone, stay away from my family. And the husband, Mr. Cartwright, basically after he gets fired, he tells her, listen, it's over, okay? Turn in your car keys. And she's like, William, no. The analogy is not an apples to apples analogy, but I believe that at some point Erica's gonna have to come out and tell Candace Owens that you would never be Mrs. Cartwright. You could never be Mrs. Cartwright. You will never be Mrs. Cartwright. Charlie would never show up nowhere with the likes of you. Okay? Dating back to the Project Ponytail days, even now with the ultra perm and it's swinging and she done glammed up. You'll never be Mrs. Cartwright. And I think she's crashing out over that. And that's what it sounds like.
For her to even be able to say, I think she's crashing out while she's crashing out.
Like she's mad at what was, what could have been, and what it ain't gonna be.
Mad.
And she needs to get some help. Because at this point, I'm like, you have minor children to raise and a whole husband. How is your husband comfortable with you talking about how Charlie is your best friend? Huh?
If they were best friends before the partner met the other partner, then what's wrong with her saying that? Like somebody really did do something to her. Look at her face. Look at how mad and frustrated and angry she is. She has nothing to do with this relationship. She may as well be frothing at the mouth.
I mean, you may think that, but to say that publicly and George just sitting back, just letting you say it, I'm like, bruh, get your wife. Get your wife. She's out of pocket. But she's probably your wife because she's running things. That's all I'm going to say. She's running things and she's running circles around you. Candace.
More disrespect to her husband, but she's out of pocket. This lady is speaking on 2 marriages that she knows nothing about, but the wife in one of the marriages is out of pocket.
May have professed to be a Christian Protestant persuasion at one point. I believe that she gave a head nod to biblical Christian values, kind of, sort of, but not really. She was more of a churchian, not even probably more of a Christian in name only. You don't go, you can go from that to Catholicism, right? But you don't go from being born of the Spirit with a new heart, raised to newness of life, to where you believe the gospel as declared in 1 Corinthians by the Apostle Paul. You don't go from that to Rome.
So now she's questioning her faith because she converted to Catholicism, which her husband is a Catholic. So this is not, so now we're talking about Lutheranism versus Catholicism. She's talking about being a Protestant. And apparently you can't convert to be a Catholic if you were once a Protestant. I don't know where this even came from. This is way left field. Way left field. So she's now insulted every single aspect of Candace Owens' life, including her faith. This is this woman here. Her content, I was told, is Christian based and conservatism. She talks about pastors and other people. She probably should stay home and stay off of live if she's going to do this. This is nasty.
You don't. The only way that happens is if you were already dead in your sin and trespasses and you just added a works righteousness, a works-based religion to the nominal visual or public expression of the Christian faith. You just added Rome to that. And now you're something else. So because of that, it confuses me when I see believers actually listening to the foolishness coming out of this woman's mouth. Here's what I'm not saying.
She's the woman of faith. She's the one with the Christian channel or content. I'm going off of what she's saying. She's saying you can't go from being a Protestant to a Catholic. Why not? Who are you? And then she insults her listeners. What's the point of this? What does this have to do with Charlie Kirk and Catholicism and Candace Owens and Erica Kirk and George Farmer? Like, lady, she's a mess.
A woman who is clearly, obviously, lacking in biblical wisdom and discernment. I'm not going to listen to her and listen to what she's saying.
Okay. Her husband, George Farmer, literally graduated from Oxford with a degree in theology. So maybe he's teaching her something. But for her to say she doesn't have discernment because she's become a Catholic is...
I'm going to take it with a grain of salt, but I'm like, yeah, we need to search out the scriptures and fact check this and ask some deeper questions, because she's not proving any of her allegations. She's just talking out the side of her neck.
This is insane. This lady, I don't know there's something real personal going on here with either Candace Owens or George Farmer or Charlie Kirk. I don't know.
Believe it. And some people are being deceived and they are believing it. But let's just go with the narrative that everything she is saying is true.
Okay.
You gave no regard to his children or his wife. Like, that is his one flesh partner. Or if you really felt that way and the truth was the truth, you would lay out all of the receipts and it wouldn't be this speculation. You would say, here is my investigative journalism and here's the undeniable facts of what I'm saying. But we've yet to get that.
We have yet to get a single fact out of this woman through this whole live. I've been live for an hour and 15 minutes. She has done nothing but speculate and say what she believes and come up with fantasies. Not one fact. But if you watch Candace Owens, she does throw out questions, and she's got an army of people who just send her information. She's literally presenting nothing but facts, and she's debunking things that aren't true. So if she asks a question and it doesn't go anywhere, that's fine. That doesn't make it whatever she said. It doesn't make it a lie. It means she's just asking a question.
Instead, we get videos of a woman who sounds like a jilted lover who's having a temper tantrum because she didn't get what she wanted, and now she's mad that she got to settle with Timu, Charlie Kirk, as a spouse. That's what it seems like.
Another
I
jab.
left Lexic because of how Candace handled Kim Klacik. I did. And I never publicly talked about it. I just wrote my letter of resignation, and I just was like, I'm moving on. You can say what you want and have whatever feelings you have about Kim in that situation. I just, if you guys remember that situation, the way it was handled, I was just like, this is so messy. This is very mean girl messy. And it was unnecessary.
Now, Kim Klacik, she became popular. I remember exactly when she came out because she did a video walking through Baltimore, and it was a political ad. It was a really good political ad, and I really liked it. I remember I shared it on my social media. She got into it with Candace Owens. It got really ugly. I mean, Candace was calling her a stripper and saying that her ex-husband or her husband, whoever he is, owned a strip club and all kind of crazy stuff, right? It got ugly enough that Kim Klacik sued Candace Owens. I don't know if any of that was true. What I do know is not only did Candace Owens win that lawsuit, Kim Klacik had to pay her over $100,000. And I'm not laughing that she lost. I'm saying if she was lying and the defamation were true, why did Kim Klacik have to be the one to pay when she's the one who sued? But like, what are we doing? Kim Klacik, literally a couple months ago, everyone probably saw this, or maybe not. You guys' timelines might not be like mine. But she literally offered to Elon Musk to have his first mixed black baby because she said she's fertile and she's broke. But she's still married. She never bothered to divorce her husband. They got a kid. And now she's trying to sleep with Elon Musk. Publicly put this out there. You made up a whole scenario about Candace Owens, but you're going to ignore what Kim Klacik did and what she said?